So right now, guys, the car is actually in a really good spot, and I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all everything that's done to it right now. When I got the car, it actually already had lowering springs on it. The guy that I got it from had already did that. The guy had also already put a few little carbon fiber pieces, like the kidney grills, and the top part of this diffuser is carbon fiber, and the tips have like a carbon fiber cover over them. Also, the guy that had it before me, he also had the stage 2 with boot mod done and some catless downpipe. He also had charge pipes put on as well. Alright guys, that is everything that was done to the car before I got it, and here so far is what all that I have done. Okay, the first thing that I did once I got the vehicle is I cleaned up this engine bay pretty good, because there was, some dirt and grime and stuff in here. And then I put on the VRSF front mounted intakes. And the reason I wanted these is not so much for the performance, which there is a small performance gain from this, but mainly for the sounds. And it has a subtle, but once you notice it, a kind of aggressive look where the intakes are in the front behind the grill. And I just think it's cool to where you can barely notice it, but when you do see that, you're like, oh man, that's cool. One of the other things that I've done to the car since I've had it too is the Active Auto Works single mid pipe. I do have a video on that as well, the install and some sound clips and stuff, so y'all can check that out as well. I also got these from eBay. It is a carbon fiber, like extended side skirt, and I think these look really good. I like all the carbon fiber that I'm putting on the vehicle. It's kind of all tying it in together. And of course the front lip. And so far, even though this one shipped to me, the fitment isn't that great, and it was damaged in shipping already, but this has been my favorite front lip so far. I also did this to the vehicle, and I can't remember what they call these little carbon fiber splitters. I also did that too. Okay, now I'm going to talk about some of the things that I want to do to the vehicle, in the near future. Kind of the steps I want to take before I do any like real big projects to the vehicle. Next thing that I want to do is some wheels and tires. These are 275s on the back. I can't go smaller than a 19, which is kind of unfortunate, but I do want to put like a 305, just a real wide, meaty tire in the back. Help me get a little bit of traction and stuff. And, I just want like a kind of an aggressive look to it as well. Another thing I think would just look sick on this car is, an actual carbon fiber hood, the GTS style hood. Where it has like the vent up here and just be full carbon fiber. I know some people don't really like that look because it kind of looks like the vehicle's in a wreck and, you got a part to replace it, but I love the carbon fiber hood. The next thing that I'd really like to do is to get the sensor so I can run some E85 and do, like a full E85 tune. And, kind of see what kind of power gains and stuff I can gain from that. And also, I do plan on experimenting with some different exhaust setups. Right now, like I said, I do have the Active Auto Works single mid-pipe. And I think I'm going to find somebody who can actually kind of cut it to where it splits and comes back here into the stock muffler. And I might do like just a full single all the way out, maybe like a Tommy muffler in the back, just one single exit, and I think that would be sick. I also thought about trying to get the equal length mid pipe, kind of like Valvetronic has, and it conjoins into one in the back. It has a single kind of like a rear pipe that goes into their standalone muffler. And what I would like to do is actually cut it there and do a single exit with that as well. I think that would be really cool. That's something I've not really seen a lot of people do. So you'd have the equal length, they would come together, and then have a single X. You know, obviously, other than, you know, just for some preventative maintenance and repairs and stuff like that, because, you know, this car is 10 years old. I'm going to have to replace, like, gaskets and bushings and stuff like that. But really, the end goals for this car is definitely port injection and single turbo. Like, I would love to do that and see how much power we can push out of this car. Well, guys, that is going to be it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And if you like this type of content, you know, leave a like, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And I'll see you on the next one.